Last night, WWE announced something that wrestling fans, well, at least WWE fans, have been wanting ever since Roman Reigns pinned Brock Lesnar last year at WrestleMania to become undisputed WWE Universal Champion, and that is have two separate world championships again. One for each brand, one for Raw, one for SmackDown. Over the past year, and there have been a lot of wrestling fans out there claiming, complaining, and criticizing the fact that Roman Reigns rarely appears and that he doesn't always defend his championship. Well, last night Triple H came out. He called Roman Reigns out on that very same fact. He mentioned that the WWE Universe deserves more, and he announced that on Saturday, May 27th, at Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia, a new WWE World Heavyweight Champion will be crowned. And this Friday and next Monday, of course, with the draft, wherever Roman Reigns lands, whether it's Raw or SmackDown, he will stay and he will be the Universal Champion, the World Champion for that brand, and the other brand is going to be in charge of crowning this brand new WWE World's Heavyweight Champion. So with that said, just based on that alone, you already know I am thrilled with this idea. I've talked about this multiple times in the past. The idea of splitting the titles, just the idea of creating a brand new championship and what it brings. Fact of the matter is, Roman Reigns, and this is just, WWE has not made this clear yet, but this is just my belief. My belief is Roman Reigns is now the undisputed Universal Champion, meaning that he retains the Universal title reign currently, which is about to hit 1,000 days on May 27th at Night of Champions. He keeps that lineage, and unofficially, he pretty much gets stripped or vacates the WWE Championship. And we crown a new WWE Champion at Night of Champions, which is this brand new championship belt. Because there are a lot of fans on social media saying that, oh, now WWE has 3 world titles. No, they don't. No, they don't. Especially now. They have 2 world titles. The Undisputed Universal Championship, it's just going to be the Universal title. And the brand new WWE World Heavyweight Championship, that's going to be the new WWE title. That's my belief. That's the only way I see it being a viable option, because there is no reason for WWE to drop the lineage, the prestige, the history of the actual WWE Championship. You can't drop the history of a Bruno Sammartino, a Hulk Hogan, a Rock, Austin, a John Cena. Again, this is all unofficial. I don't think they'd go through with it. I don't think that that's what they want. So, for me, this is the best option going forward, because it allows Roman Reigns to keep his almost 1,000-day reign going if he keeps the Universal Championship, of course. But again, we still have to wait and see how WWE explains this entire situation. But I don't think they have 3 world titles. And then, again, this is a fantastic option because it allows guys like Cody Rhodes, like a Seth Rollins, like members of Raw or whatever the brand this championship goes to once again fight over a world championship, to be the top guy, to be the top champion of their brand. It brings that back into the limelight, which is fantastic because it allows for better opportunities at stronger storylines, in my opinion. And on social media, if you go on Twitter again, I will say this time and time again. If you go to a wrestling event live, if you talk to a wrestling fan in person, it is one of the best experiences ever. Because you're debating, you're talking about what you love, and most importantly, you respect each other. For the most part. Most of the time, you respect each other. It's a fantastic experience to talk about wrestling with a fellow wrestling fan. But not on the IWC, because that's what some of the most toxic fandom of all time. And as soon as they announce this world title, there goes fans that just complain and nitpick absolutely everything and choose to see the negative side of things. One of the negative sides of things that they are calling WWE out on, or wanting to call WWE out on. Oh, this feels like a consolation prize. Oh, they couldn't beat Roman Reigns for the title, so they had to create a secondary championship. Okay? Triple H, in 2002, begs to differ. Was the World Heavyweight Championship back then a secondary prize? Was it a consolation prize? Absolutely not. 2016, Finn Balor, when he became the Universal Champion. Was that a consolation prize? Absolutely not. Kevin Owens, winning it pretty much a week later because Finn Balor had to vacate it due to injury. Was that a consolation prize? Did it feel secondary back then? No. Jon Moxley, in 2022, when CM Punk became the interim champion, which again is a stupid idea to have in pro wrestling, an interim champion. But was it secondary? Was it a consolation prize for Jon Moxley? No. It's a world championship. It's all about the execution. It's all about the creative. It's all about how you present it and how these stars are able to make the championship mean something. That's the whole point of this. You want to talk about consolation, you want to talk about secondary, at least in pro wrestling, WWE has been number one for the past 20 plus years. So everything else is secondary. TNA and AEW. AEW was founded in 2019 by guys who either couldn't cut it in WWE or hadn't made it to WWE yet. Does that make AEW secondary? Does that make AEW a consolation company? Because by the logic that the IWC is holding this brand new world championship on, it is. Oh, but I get it. Again, the IWC being as toxic as ever, toxic fandom, they pick and choose whatever argument they want to adapt to the situation. The fact of the matter is, this is a brand new world championship. It's something that's been done before in the past. It protects Roman Reigns. It protects that championship. It protects everybody involved, and it gives us the opportunity to crown maybe a Seth Rollins who deserves to be world champion. Or maybe you even go as far as Austin Theory. You have him drop the U.S. title now that that title is secondary on their brand once again, and have him go after the world championship and start building up his reputation. This brings a whole lot of opportunities for the entire roster of talent, and all fans on social media, all fans on the IWC want to talk about is how WWE found a way out of pinning Roman Reigns. So, that's the story. That's the story that they're going with. That's the way they protect their business. As a matter of fact, that's all that matters. Their business, that's all that matters. And you wonder why WWE and AEW and many other wrestling companies as a whole, big companies as a whole, don't listen to their fan base. Because fan base, just like Daniel Bryan said 3, 4, 5 years ago, the fan bases, the fans, human beings, they're fickle. Switch up on a dime. Right now they say it's a secondary championship, it's a consolation prize. The minute somebody's crowned a Night of Champions, and then after that, on the road to SummerSlam, the championship means again because you're watching TV and you're enjoying it. As you should, instead of just sitting down and always trying to find something negative, trying to nitpick and criticize, and actually sit down and not enjoy a show and actually just wait for a mistake or a botch or something that you don't like to happen. I, for one, love this idea. Again, it's all about how it's presented. It's all about execution. It's all about these professional wrestlers getting a shot at the brass ring. Because I said it over a year ago, I was not a fan of having title versus title at WrestleMania. I get why they did it. It was best for business. It was a hell of a title for the main event of that WrestleMania. But ultimately, it hurt the opportunities of guys like Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre and Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens and many, many more who at this point in their career should be multiple-time world champions. This allows them that opportunity. So with that said, I'm fine with it. I'm thrilled. We got a new world championship in WWE. And I choose to analyze and talk and debate about things as they're presented to me by the people in control of the company, not by the way that I see it fit. Because I'm a fan and I'm not in control, but I want this to be done this exact way, or I'm not, or I'm gonna be like mad. I'm gonna boycott the show. I'm a hashtag hijack Raw, hijack SmackDown. It's stupid as hell. So with that said, leave your thoughts, comments, and predictions on this entire situation with the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Do you think it's a positive? Do you think it's a negative? What's your opinion? Who should be crowned a new world champion in WWE? Leave it in the comment section below. I'm Alexis Carrillo. This has been Wrestling Talk, and I'll see you next time.